Sure.
Oh, proximity. You know I got some serious stuff to say if the notes are typed. Yeah.
That's so fun. That's better.
All right, so I want to get real focused for a second because we're going to talk about, some serious stuff for a Friday meeting going into the holidays, but important stuff. And it's all meant to benefit us. Everything I say to you, I'm talking to me, and that's kind of where this meeting has come from. You know, Nelson, I say it all the time. We're mirrors. And I do a lot of preparation for different things. Every night before I leave, I get my list going for what's going to happen the next day. And I visualize what do we need to talk about or discuss when we do have these meetings that is going to be for the highest and best of everybody, the amount of time that we do. And then I come in the morning and I do it again, see what's changed. This particular meeting could go a couple of different ways, so I want to have a disclaimer put out there first. If at any point in this meeting you are thinking, man, he's angry. I'm not angry, all right? I'm passionate. Okay, so that can be sometimes a little bit, and in this day and age in the workplace, I just want to put a disclaimer out there because the first part of the meeting is about feelings and emotions. And basically, I've let you guys down a little bit in regards to this first topic. All right, a lot of, we'll be all over the place. What we do is very emotional. What are we talking about? We're talking about someone's death. People don't like to think about it. In order for us to be successful, we have got to build rapport. We've got to make a connection. We've got to feel. They've got to feel. We've got to talk about things that are difficult. Now, here's where I've let you guys down a little bit. I've made it real clear how important that is. It's the whole process, right? But I focus so much on any one given call, I haven't necessarily thought about your progression through a day and the toll it can take on you. And a leader can't be effective without seeing the whole picture, right? Without equipping the people to handle all the situations. Not just how to make the sale or how to present the pitch or how to feel the thing, because you need someone else to feel the thing, and in order to be genuine, you've got to be feeling it too, right? I haven't thought past and through that enough to the other side. So in this time of emotional volatility, things get stirred up, okay? So if you are not emotionally strong, if you are not emotionally aware, stuff can happen and go sideways quick on you. Things can manifest fast. If you're not aware of and feeling of where stuff's coming from and why, and how to close the loop on it, you're leaving yourself open to any number of things, okay? And when you go out from here in that opened emotional state, carrying a lot of things on you from being in there and feeling and doing the stuff, what happens is other stuff can just come right in, right? So I want to talk a little bit about how to close the loop, the backside of what we do. Because I love you guys, you know that, but that way of being sometimes for me isn't the best for business from 9 to 5. We all want to make money, right? We all want to have a place that becomes the thing that it should be, that we know it can be. But if I don't help close that loop, then I'm not necessarily doing anybody any favors for business time, game time, 9 to 5, 9 to 5:30, right? And if I'm not doing that, then I'm not being a good coach. I'm not being a good leader, right? I got to look in the mirror. So that's what I'm trying to do a little bit. And I have some great people around me, and you guys as well, that have helped me kind of realize this. You don't give a baby a loaded gun and expect them to not hurt themselves. I'm not saying you guys are babies. I'm making an analogy. You don't give a person the power and influence you wield with the process is something that needs responsibility and accountability. But what is accountability? right? How does that work, Andrew? I can't just say it, right? We've got to understand that we have a responsibility when we are manipulation and influence are the same exact definition. If you're manipulating somebody, you're doing it for you. If you're influencing somebody, you're doing it for them. And this process is a sword. One like Braveheart had screaming, a big sword. You can cut it down. You can take somebody, you can bring them back down. You can make them realize things about their life they haven't thought of in years. Things about themselves they didn't want to think of. They pushed it down. And now you guys are bringing it up. There's a responsibility that comes with that for yourself and for them. So thinking on ways, first of all, awareness, right? This is what the awareness right now. Talking about it, letting you guys know that it's an important part of what we do. And it's not just to make money. It's important for you personally to be successful here and to move out of here and not bring it into any number of situations that can happen in one's life that could be volatile. I don't need to tell everyone what they are. We all have them. We all experience them, right? But in those moments, if we're not doing the right things here, we're putting gasoline on that fire too. So as the universe does, it beautifully delivered me some information yesterday while I was sitting and pondering, how do I help them with this? How do I help me with this? And I got a couple pieces of information. The first one was I took my headset off for a second. I don't know why I took it off. Maybe the Moonlico video, and I can't even remember. I took my headset off and I hear Claire say, here's what I want you to do. I need you to go out and do something for yourself today. You've done something for your loved ones today. I want you to go out and do something good for you. Clean your house. You said it was a little cluttered, right? Clean your house. Oh, it feels so much better. The energy moves when you go out and do something good for you. Got a little wink, one of those little nudges from the universe. It's like, chill. Woo. Next time I'm going to go talk to Claire. Claire, why do you say that? Now, she doesn't know what I've been thinking. She doesn't know what I've been sitting in my office going over for the last hour. She says, well, this is an emotional sale. We talk to people every day who had someone die, and you don't always get the policy. Sometimes it gets too emotional. They can't even go on. And I know that it's important at the end to let them know they did something great and to go do something great for themselves. Now, Claire didn't say this, but I know that Claire knows the greatest way to help yourself is by adding value to somebody else. So closing that emotional loop with the customer and the warm down, it was brilliant. You did something today that takes accountability, right? Because it's a sacrifice for the people you love. You go do something for you. Now, that person, emotional, feeling good or not, or wherever the situation is, they're open. Claire closed the loop. Does that make sense? Right? She closed the loop. That person goes and does something good for themselves, and the emotion is transmuted into positive energy and isn't left open for somebody else to influence it or for you to not be aware enough and wield it in the wrong way. Yes?
Yes.
Now, I am a pretty emotional guy too, but not in a reactionary way. I've really learned how to not react in a lot of situations. Anger, I get angry, but very seldomly do I react in anger, right? I feel a lot of different things, and I've gotten to a point now where I'm more present than I've ever been. And in the present moment, I know there isn't a thing that I have to, everything is there, so I don't have to worry. Trust the process, everything is there, you don't have to worry. But if we don't understand the full circle of it, it's tough. So while we're in here, we got to be aware of it. It's important to feel, it's important to make them feel, because that is the nature of what we do. But it's important to do something for yourselves too. When I took this position, I went on the interview with the guy that flew down from Boston and Eric and whoever else with my staff and my headband and my crystals and my beads, and I sat down and said, "What's up? We want you to do a thing." Okay, but do you I know your business place, shirts and ties and all the this is what you're getting. And I'm going to do it in the way that I want to, that's in alignment with me. Because I'm not going to force myself into something that isn't right. And with varying levels of success, I started the position knowing every day I'm going to go take a walk for 20 minutes. I needed that for me because I know that I'm more productive when I'm Senator, do something for yourself. Sit in whatever it is for you. Build it into your day. Because going and telling yourself that going 100 miles an hour is the only way to do it, and then you're not getting what you need, and then you're putting pressure on yourself, so you're not taking... You feel the difference in my voice? The difference in the energy, just me talking like that? Creative thought, emotional breakthroughs, epiphanies, they all happen when you're in alignment. Words, thoughts, actions are all the same, right? So I'm going to leave that piece there because we have it might go too long. I got a whole other part of this meeting. I'm going to leave that one there. What is it for you that closes the loop? Some of you are emotionally strong people who handle it in your own way. Some of us aren't. Some of us are and don't know we are. All of us are susceptible to the energy of emotion. And we need to be. But awareness of it, closing the loop, doing something for ourselves, executing the process, getting together like at Topgolf, this potluck, these are the things that help close that loop so that we're there for each other. So it's one unit that ebbs and flows, not one person that goes up or goes down. Yes?
Yes.
And Claire, we've got a couple great examples. I'm going to point to Claire because I've talked a little bit about this week and this next 2 weeks and how it's real stop and go, a little herky-jerky. Now, I've said and made a point to say that doesn't mean bad. That just means there may be the terrain that you're used to may have a different grade here and there. So be ready. Don't be walking with your eyes closed because you're going to miss a step. Be aware. Some of us, because we get to choose the way we think, heard that and said, these 2 weeks are going to suck. And I can tell. Some of us said, is someone going to say hello? Then how's it different than any other day? Claire, 3 policies yesterday, over 6,000 AP.
Yes.
Wow.
Elaine, 3 policies yesterday, right? Really good stuff that we can all learn from and get better, right? Just like I'm saying that comment, I'm not pointing out anybody in particular who's not doing a thing. We got some new people, we got a lot of different things going on. I have no judgment. I want awareness and movement forward. I've got no judgment for myself for not realizing sooner that I need to help equip you and me with the ability to close the emotional loop so that we're strong enough to do this every day and serve people. I have no judgment for myself for now. I'm grateful I realize it now, and I'm grateful for the people that helped me realize it, and let's figure it out together. Now, second part of the meeting. Let me start with another disclaimer. Sometimes I say things like E equals R. You control the way you think. That seems pretty simple. So here's my disclaimer. None of it is simple. And none of it matters. 0% of it matters in the workplace for what we do every day for whatever your abundance is, money, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here. None of those comments I make mean anything if you don't understand there's an asterisk on the end of it. And that asterisk is down at the bottom of the page, and it says, only for people who know, execute, and continue to learn the process every single day. Every single day. Nobody knows it good enough. Nobody has something they can't get better at. Everybody has something they can get better at. So I say that because sometimes I think, well, if I just E equals R, I'm just going to work hard. Well, what's your definition of work hard? Right? Know what the process is. Know that it isn't something that was splatted against the wall. I spent 8 months listening to hundreds of hours of phone calls. I know what the leads are. I know where they come from. I experienced everything you could experience over and over and over all day long, over and over, thinking why and how does this place perform better than this place? What are the things that make it special? And over time, I realized It's emotion. It's the ability to build rapport. None of it even matters unless you're able to do this and that and use word tracks, praise, speak certainty and decision, tell effective stories, use your inflection and your tonality to connect with a person, to help them see what you're trying to inform them about. That was it. It took a long time. I'm a fidgety dude, right? Sitting in a spot and listening and listening. Isn't that something I'm getting all excited about? I made it fun for myself in any way that I could. I'm bringing it up because this wasn't something that was just printed off of Google. It's something that I put my heart and my soul into for a long time. And a lot of other people here too. I'm not trying to say it's all me, baby. Other people influenced it throughout the time as well. My point is that if you don't believe and trust and immerse yourself in the process, which is not just the words on the page, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance. And then when you experience some lack of success, a lot of times human nature is to, that sucks, this sucks, this sucks. So let me tell you something about that. Whatever the thing is that you think is preventing you from your success, whatever that thing is, you have a word for it? Whatever it is, it's you. Well, this is shit. And some people tell me the leads are shit. Guess what I think when they say that? No, I'm not gonna react. This is as big of a reaction as you'll see. I'm gonna try and help everybody understand. Every lead is shit at any job you're at in sales, anywhere you go. If you say the lead is shit. I got people that don't have time. Yeah. No shit. I mean, it's in training. We talk about it. There's a video about it. There's 32 training calls of people saying, I don't have time in the first 30 seconds. And an hour and a half later, protecting their family. Oh. They don't have money. No shit. Final expense is designed for people living on a fixed or limited income. Whatever you think is the shortcoming is you. Because I know, now, guys, passion. If I sat for hundreds of hours listening to those phone calls over and over and over, and then we went out and did a thing and no one made any money, you think I'd be standing here telling you it works? Maureen, Angela, Claire, Kenny, Nelson, they execute the process almost all the time. The only differences in the money that they make are in the mindset or amount of time worked. It's the only difference in the money they make. You can run it by AEP per hour. A lot of times, Nelson will have the highest AEP per hour, but maybe he missed a day. Or Maureen will have the highest AEP per hour, but still have been doing something else. It's the same. The AEP per hour is almost always the same for those individuals who have learned and integrated the process. Now, what are the commonalities between those people? They're focused when they're in their calls in different ways, but they're always focused. There is no, well, I got this process thing now, I'm just gonna whatever. They're focused in different ways. Kenny likes to move. He likes to talk. He gets going. So he made sure he knows what he needed to know to not have to be looking at a thing. Sometimes it still helps him and he recognizes it and he dives back in and says, okay, right? Nelson, a little bit the same way. Mo, Angela, Claire. And when they do it, they make a lot of money. Now, does anybody in here think that I have a magic button to send people certain calls? Guys, I ran a call center, 400 people for 5 years. These meetings were with 200 people in the morning and 100 people in the afternoon. Big call center. And every day I heard, well, you're giving them the good ones. I would very much like to live in a world where we are all, from over on the other side to where we get the leads, to the technology, the information, to where I knew that this was a good one. Because guess what? I would give it to the person doing the best job and working the hardest. No doubt. I don't have the ability. Now, I say that a little bit facetiously, but at the end of the day, if it made sense for the business, I would do it. Everything here is even. This physical manifestation of the place that you believe you need to be in, I hope, to make money or have abundance is simply a projection of what your mind is, what your heart is. It's blank, it's soil. What are you going to plant? What do you choose to believe and pound into the ground and water and love? Because that's what's going to grow. Every thought you think is a seed getting planted. What are you going to do? Why are you here? Because this takes a lot out of me. Energy-wise, this takes a lot out of me. I haven't stopped thinking about this since I talked to Claire yesterday. Because how important it is. And not even so that we can just be successful. Because I care about you guys as human beings. You're some special folks now. The people that are in here, people that are watching, people that are garbage, they vibrate right out of here. We haven't had any in a while, but for a while there were some questionable characters. Right? They were talented salespeople, but they were questionable characters. They couldn't handle this. It makes me feel a way. Feel. But then do something for yourself. Look in the mirror and know you're the best, the greatest. I'm a legend. Man, I said it yesterday the other day before the meeting. Legend in your own mind. Want to be a legend in your mind? No, it's the only place it matters. Nobody knows what you're thinking, and no one really knows who you are. Only you. So choose to be the best version of yourself. The only time that is real, right now. As soon as now becomes then, or becomes a memory, it's not real anymore. What does that mean, Andrew? I'll tell you what that means. You ever have somebody be at the same thing or watch the same event or experience the same thing and there's 8 different stories they tell you about it? Like, wait, that's what you saw? And that's what you saw? And that's what you saw? Because your memory isn't real. It's a version of truth that fluctuates over time based on what you tell yourself it was. Over and over and over. And they've done studies, guys. After 10 years, on average, 50% of what people remember is the actual thing that happened. The rest of it is whatever they told themselves it was over time. And if that's true, why don't we start telling ourselves we're the best, we're the greatest, we're helping people, we're helping ourselves. We do it with love. Move through this life with love, man. Move through your day with love. Love, love, love. Watch how things respond. Now, this piece and this thing, it's not beneficial for me to do this all the time. And it takes a lot out of me, and it's not good for business if I have to. So, in reflection, mirrors, about what I can do to get better, I've realized I've got to equip the leaders, and I've got to work with the leaders. We're just going to meet. I'm not going anywhere. But I want to communicate what that means a little bit as we're moving forward. As far as on the phone goes, there's leaders everywhere for Travis and Ann and Ansel and Mike to look at, right? There's leaders everywhere. Mo is training and nurturing. And I'm going to start putting a lot of attention into holding Mo accountable for things, getting her to report to me on the who, what, where, when, and why. I'm not going to spend my day in it. I'm going to spend my day doing stuff for us. Jason, from 9 to 5, when the game starts, I rely on him to kind of run the floor. Right? And you guys know what I mean by that when he's answering a call, making a printout, getting a welcome packet, getting your DocuSign, helping you with a computer thing. I need him to be present there. And I'm going to hold him accountable for that. So you guys need to have his back and respond to him too. Don't tell me when you're going to miss. When you're not going to be here. Jason, that's where it goes. Now, if you need me, I'm always here. Right? I'm not going to be here today. I want to talk to you. Oh, great. Right? But in general, these little things, Jason, Mo, feels like I'm trying, that has an energy like I don't want to be. I'm going to be in the same place doing this, but I want to be working with things for you guys that help you. I want to be working on the business to help our future, not having to come in and realize, oh my God, I didn't equip them to have emotional acuity. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Because, and here's the main reason. Who I am now isn't always beneficial for business from 9 to 5 in the running of a day. And that's a tough thing for me to say, but I'm aware of it. Who I am now and things that are most important to me to move through a day sometimes become you the person and not you the employee. At the end of the day, we still have to produce. I'm telling us all of these ways to produce that will make it happen in the highest and best way for us, hopefully, trying to equip us to do it in a way that we feel great about. But at the end of the day, it's got to happen one way or the other. Because that's the nature of the biz. Maybe one day it won't be like that. Continue to manifest whatever it is that you want, and it'd be whatever you want it to be. But it's not going to be until you are the thing. If you are experiencing anything in your life in a repeated manner that you don't like, it's because it's you. Find out. That lady's always like this to me. That person always says that to me. Every time that person's around, this happens. Where do you do that to other people? Find it, because it exists. Because if you weren't doing it to other people, it couldn't happen to you. It couldn't exist. It's some deep shit. Angela and Ashley, and we'll promise we'll wrap it up because, guys, we're gonna have a fun day, and this meeting's not meant to. This meeting is hope they, you know what, whatever you feel it is, that's what it is. Angela and Ashley, I know there's been some chirping about what we're doing right now as these roles are defining themselves. I want to be able to assist you guys in not having to worry so much about backside stuff or placement. Now, we get to choose how we think about it. Oh, great, I don't have to pay attention to shit. Well, then you're not paying attention to your money. So they're working to get efficient at ways that they can get on your at-risk biz. They can get on a pending deal ahead of the game. But guys, and this is another one, kind of like the emotional acuity thing where I can't believe that I no judgment, you know what? The fact of the matter is, not everybody thinks like I think. And I got to remember that. Because if I were you, every single day, I would know exactly what is supposed to fund today. What's coming up tomorrow? What's the next day? If something didn't fund after a couple days, prosperity takes a couple days. What's going on? I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it. So although they are working very hard to get efficient and provide information for you guys, you got to be on top of your biz, even if it's just at a distance. Now, how do we do that? You do it by doing it, but how do everybody know that we're doing it? Make notes. Make notes. Guys, another area where it's, if we can't differentiate the value between the individual page of notes and the policy page of notes, how are you going to execute the process? I mean, and if you don't know, it's okay to ask. I'm not going to be like, are you stupid? That's not what I'm trying. It's attention and intention. It's paying attention. If Angela is going in to a deal that you just called that was pissed, guess what's going to happen? She's going to call it and get more pissed. Maybe just make a note. This one's done. Got it. Boom. Maybe you go in and you see Angela just made a note. Whatever it is. And we're working on ways to make that easier too with a template for the individuals page with a couple different things to make things uniform so it's not so open. Because that's me. I equipped you guys to do it however you want to do it. And now we got to get to a place where there's some continuity in it and some rhythm in it so that we can quantify what's happening and then keep your money. Why don't you keep your money that you make? So pay attention, make notes, and we're going to do all we can to equip you guys moving forward. I'm going to do all I can to equip you guys moving forward. We got a lot of people that care and a lot of special people, but we got to go out there and do it every day. And anybody can do it if they want to. Although the process can be elaborate, it's not hard once you learn it. When you were a baby, and you tried to walk and fell down, you didn't say, damn, that's hard. I'm not going to do that anymore. Actually, I think I did that for a while, but got old at 7.
Started getting gray.
I've been gray since I was born. All right. It's a beautiful time of year. Beautiful time to have a job like this with people that you're around. If someone's doing it, everyone can do it. If you are looking and pointing outward for any reason as to why you aren't being whatever it is you think you should be, you're giving power to something outside of yourself. Everything you need is around. Some places you go, they say build a house and they give you a couple sticks and a hammer. Here, build a house. Here are the blueprints. Here's all the equipment. There's a few people to help you out. Take as much time as you need, but let's do it together. Shit. I could barely put a table together sometimes, and I could probably do that. Make sense?
Yes.
So what else you guys want to talk about? So a potluck deal today, right? I love it. It's going to be in here, I take it. Probably put stuff in the fridge or whatever, and then we'll move and get everything. I'm going to go to Publix and kind of fill in the gaps for anything that we don't have. If there's any requests for you. Do something for someone else today. Listen to Claire. Right? And then also do something for yourself. Right? Close the loop. And it's very beautiful. Claire, thank you. Universe, thank you for bringing us a Claire. And let's keep that energy moving through this time, because on top of it all, it's a very emotional time for people, and we got to be even better, right? Even less reactionary, even more in tune. And if you start to wobble, do something nice for someone else. Kindness, love. Again, that's so simple. If the asterisk isn't being done first, right, in life. There's a process in life too, but we're not going to talk about it. We actually did. Man, you got greatness in your heart, dude. Wow. Let's go. Really, did I depress everyone?
No.
Oh man, we got to go out there now.
Good morning, Brian. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was sharp.